name is Rajesh Mohan. I'll be your English teacher in this online Bible seminary. I'll be teaching you some grammar topics as well as uh, some speaking sessions. Okay. Um, you may be a pastor, an evangelist, or a believer, whoever you are. Studying English will definitely help you in improving your ministry, and it will help you to read books in English, and you can deliver your speeches in English. So, I welcome you to this English training program. Okay, without much introduction, I will let's get into the topic. Before we studying English, we need to know certain terms in English. We need to make acquaintances with some certain terms in English. Okay, so first, let's see what is a sentence. Let's start with a sentence. Okay, you might have heard that. What is a sentence? You might have studied it in your school. Anyway, let's see what is a sentence. A sentence is a group of words. You might have heard that phrase. Okay, a sentence is a group of words. So let's see some group of words here. Let me share my screen for you. The east sun rises in thee. So all these are group of words. But is it a sentence? No, it is not a sentence. So a sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. Okay, so when we are writing a sentence, it should have a sense, it should have a meaning. Okay, it should be in a particular order. So you need to keep that in your mind. Whenever you are writing a sentence or speaking a sentence, it should have a particular meaning. Okay, so it should have a sense. So let me repeat once again. A sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. Then there are, let's see how many kinds of sentences are there. There are, okay, sentences are of four kinds. There are four types of sentences. Actually, we can divide the sentences or we can classify the sentences on the basis of its structure and its nature. Okay, and this is a classification of sentence on the basis of its nature. We will study the classification of sentence on the basis of its structure later. Okay, so this is the classification of sentence. Classification of sentence. On the basis of its nature. Okay, so we can classify sentences on the basis of its nature into four types. So let us see which are they. So we can summarize here. Sentences are of four kinds. Okay, sentences are of four kinds. So the first one is declarative sentences. Declarative sentences. And so this is the first one. Declarative sentences. And the second one is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. And the third one is imperative sentences. And the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. So these are the four kinds of sentences. The first one is declarative sentences, and the second one is interrogative sentences, and the third one is imperative sentences, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. Okay, so let's study these divisions separately. Okay, so let's take the first one, that is the declarative sentences. Declarative sentences. So what is declarative sentences? I'm sorry, it's a mistake. Okay, so what is a declarative sentences? Declarative sentence is also known as assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. Assertive sentences. So both declarative and assertive sentences are same. Declarative sentences or assertive sentences. So what is a declarative sentence or an assertive sentence? A statement or a sentence that makes a statement. Here is the point. Statement. A sentence that makes a statement or an assertion is called a declarative sentence. Okay, so a declarative sentence is a statement or an assertion. We are reasserting a fact, or it's a kind of a statement. Okay, so let's see some examples so that it will be clear for you. Let's rearrange the above sentence. The sentence which we saw first. The sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east. So whenever you write an assertive sentence or a declarative sentence, you should put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Okay, so that's a must. So whenever you write a statement, you should put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Okay, so the sun rises in the east. It's a statement. It's mere or just a statement. So we can consider this as an assertive sentence. Okay, and then let's see a few more examples. The cow eats grass. It's a statement. So this is an assertive sentence. Okay, or a declarative sentence. Then barking dogs seldom bite. Barking dogs seldom bite. So this is also a statement. Okay. Then my name is Rajesh. So this is a statement. Okay. And this is a bag. This is also another statement. Hope this is clear to you. So an assertive sentence or a declarative sentence is just a statement. Okay. And you can write your own sentences. And let's move on to the second one. And what was the second one? Do you remember the second one? So that is the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. So interrogative sentences means it is nothing but questions. Okay, so interrogative sentences are questions. So a sentence that asks a question is called interrogative sentence. Okay, a question that asks, a sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Okay, so assertive sentences are just statements and interrogative sentences are questions. So let's see some examples. For example, how old are you? This is a question. Okay, then what do you want? What do you want? This is also a question. How many sisters do you have? This is also another question. Do you read it? So you might have noticed one thing, that whenever you write a question, you should put a question mark at the end of the sentence. Okay, so keep in mind. So all these are questions. Okay, then the third division of sentence, or the third classification of sentences, are imperative sentences. Imperative sentences. Okay, so imperative sentences are commands, requests, or okay, so let's see what is an imperative sentence. It is a sentence that expresses a command. So a command, a request, or a wish is called an imperative sentence. Okay, so imperative sentences are commands or requests or a wish. Okay, so let's see some examples so that it will be clear for you. Sit down. It's a command. Okay, sit down. Sit down. So this is an imperative sentence. It comes under the category of imperative sentence. Sit down. Okay. Then please bring me a cup of water. So this is also an imperative sentence. This is a request. Hence, it is an imperative sentence. Okay. Then mind your business. Mind your business. This is also a command. Okay. Then go there. Okay. Give me some milk. So all these are commands, request. Okay. Then so imperative sentences are commands, requests, or your wishes can be put under the category of imperative sentences. Okay. Then let's see the final one, that is exclamatory sentences. exclamatory sentences. So it is exclamatory sentences expresses a strong feeling, or you can express your emotions here. Okay. Okay, so an exclamatory sentence is a sentence. An exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses a strong feeling, is called an exclamatory sentence. Okay, so these are the four kinds of sentences. Let us see some examples here. How cold the night is. How cold the night is. So this is an exclamatory sentence. And when you're writing an exclamatory sentence, you need to put an exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Okay. Then what a clever boy he is. What a clever boy he is. So this is another exclamatory sentence. How bad it is. How bad it is. This is another exclamatory sentence. Okay. And how fine it is. How fine it is. Okay. Then it fell on the flood. So all these are examples of exclamatory sentences. So we have learned about the sentence. So there are four kinds of sentences. They are the declarative sentences and interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and the final one is exclamatory sentence. Okay, so hope this is clear to you. And we can again divide this declarative sentences or assertive sentence into three. We can classify these declarative sentences or affirmative sentences into three. The first one is affirmative sentence. Affirmative sentences, which is also called as positive sentence. Positive sentence. Sorry, I'm making some spelling mistake because I'm not good at typing English. Okay, so excuse that mistakes. Affirmative sentence or positive sentence, which comes under the category of declarative sentence. Okay, declarative sentence, affirmative sentence or positive sentences. Okay, so what is an affirmative sentence? A sentence wherein a positive fact is stated, is known as an affirmative sentence. So a sentence wherein a positive fact is stated is known as an affirmative sentence. Okay, so I think there is no need of explanation. Hope this is clear. and it is also known as a positive sentence. Let me give you an example so that it will be clear for you. Globalization. Globalization has created better job opportunities. Globalization has created better job opportunity. This is a positive statement. Okay, there is no negative sense here. Okay, so they write. This is a positive statement, isn't it? Then we learn. This is also a positive statement. Okay, then girls sing. Okay, all these are positive statements. So all these are examples of positive sentences. And the second classification under declarative sentence is negative sentence. Negative sentence. Negative sentence. The first one is positive sentence, and the second one is negative sentence. So what is a negative sentence? A sentence wherein a, a sentence wherein a fact is denied. Okay, a fact is denied or negated is known as a negative sentence. So a sentence wherein a fact is denied or negated, that is called as a negative sentence. Okay. So the example is the condition of the patient has not improved. The condition of the patient has not improved. So here we use a not. Okay, so whenever we make negative sentences, we can add a not with the auxiliary verb. Okay, so let me give you some more examples. They don't write. So this is a negative statement. They don't write. We don't learn. We don't learn. And he won't go. So all these are examples of negative statements. Hope this is clear to you. And the third one, the third classification, A, B, C. So this is C, and the negative statement is B. Okay. So the third one under declarative sentence is emphatic statement. Emphatic statement. Emphatic statement. Emphatic statement means, so an emphatic statement is a form of declarative sentence wherein a fact is reasserted or emphatically stated. Okay. So an emphatic statement is, it's a form of declarative sentence. It's a form of declarative sentence wherein, okay, a fact is reasserted. So that is the main point. A fact is reasserted. A fact is reasserted. A fact is reasserted or emphatically stated. Okay, so when we are reasserting a sentence, we will use do, does, did to show emphasis. Okay. So an emphatic statement is a form of declarative sentence wherein a fact is reasserted or emphatically stated. And when we are reasserting a sentence, we will use do, does, or did with to show emphasis here. Okay, so let me give you an example. I do love you. Okay, so I do love you is more powerful than I love you. Okay, so when we use do here, we reassert or we emphasize, we give an emphasis to the sentence. Okay, Maria, this is another example. Maria does love her job. So this is more powerful than Maria loves her job. So hope this is clear. So what we learned today, there are 4 kinds of sentences, declarative sentence and declarative sentence, and there are 3 categories under declarative sentence: affirmative sentences or positive sentence, and the second one is negative sentence, and the third one is emphatic sentence. Okay, then the main second category is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence is nothing but questions, and the third one is imperative sentence, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentences. Okay, so study these portions very well. All these are information, and it should form in your brain. In order to form in your brain, you need to practice it well. You need to write your own sentences and to practice it well. I will give you certain assignments and exams in the next class. So this is our first class. There is no examination or assignment in this class. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.